Game Chat with Bwana, episode 69, starting right about...
Welcome to Game Chat with Bwana, your source for gaming news and reviews. Now, here's Bwana McCall.
Game Chat with Bwana. Game Chat with Bwana, episode 69, coming at you live. Today is September 17th, 2012. We're here at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana. We do this every Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're late. I have no excuse. We're late. We're supposed to do this at 6 p.m. It's about 6:30 right about now, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. We're not going to let the time catch up with us. That stupid watch runs after us and goes, you're late, you're late, you're late, you're late. And we go, I'm not listening to you, silly watch. Watches only tell time. They don't speak English. They do speak time, though. Random segue. This is Game Chat with Bwana. What we do at Game Chat with Bwana is that we talk about the last 7 days of gaming news. Last 7 days, we scour the internet. So we try to find the best stories that are on the web, but we don't always find them. You can sign up for our forums at bwana.tv/forums, and we build a thread there where you guys can augment my stories that I find, and we talk about those said stories. And after that, we have what's called our user submitted stories. We talk about the stories that you guys have, and then we have what's called title time. Title time is where you guys come up with snazzy titles, them snazzy, them isms, them witty titles based on the stories that we talked about. We vote on said titles, and then we pick one, and the winner wins them bragging rights, them accolades, them Game Chat with Bwana title time magical things that we can't really put any kind of scientific value on, but we try to make it sound valuable anyway. This is Game Chat 1 episode 69. Let's go ahead and get started, y'all.
Game Chat with Bwana would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Twitch.tv, Wirecast, YouTube, and 123 Systems. Thank you all for your support of Game Chat with Bwana.
Yes, indeed. And for our first story, I'm covering up Reggie's eye. One-eyed Reggie. We're going to talk about Nintendo. Nintendo had a busy week because they're now making their marketing push for the Wii U launch. The Wii U. We're finally getting the final details. We're getting all of the information that people have been waiting on, namely the price. Because that's the bottom line when it comes to gamers. We want to know how much you want for your shiny new box with your controller that can do x-rays on people's toes. You're not telling anybody about that feature, but we know, Reggie, we know you're secretly gathering information about our toes because we hold said controllers like so, and they look at our toes, and you're selling that information to feet doctors. Reggie. Nintendo Wii U. We believe in making money on our hardware, according to Mr. Reggie Phil Hershamy. This is a lengthy interview with GameIndustry.biz talking about the price and Nintendo's, just their strategy behind the Wii U. It's fairly lengthy. I'm not going to get into all of the details about it. But let's just start with the price of the Nintendo Wii U in case you did not know. The Wii U is set to be priced at $299 US for the low end and $350 at the high end. So for a Nintendo console, you know, this is a little bit expensive because, you know, the Wii and all those other ones, you know, the GameCube wasn't this expensive from what I recall. You guys may be able to correct me. Nintendo has been known recently, past 5 or 6 years, as being the cheaper alternative for these consoles. And the Wii U is definitely one of those pricier consoles. Now, we can look at the hardware, we can look at the specs, we can look at what it offers, that snazzy controller that takes x-rays of your feet without your knowledge. We're on to you, Reggie. And you can probably justify the price, but that doesn't change people's perception of Nintendo. Now they're looking at Nintendo a little bit differently. They're looking at them in the same kind of light in terms of how much they're charging as Microsoft and Sony. This may not necessarily be a bad thing, but it's something that Nintendo has to contend with. This is something that Nintendo has to, address. Like this lengthy interview with Reggie here. They have to talk about all these different things that are going on surrounding the mindset of gamers. Now, one thing that was announced, or was semi-announced, I don't think it was an official announcement, is that initially the controller is not going to be sold separately. And I saw this on another site. And you may recall that, a few months after E3, we were told, well, actually at E3, we were told that the Wii U is going to support 2 of these Feet X-ray controllers. Now, given the fact that it's not going to be sold separately initially, and that they said it was coming soon-ish, shortly after launch, don't expect to be able to use 2 controllers on this Wii U day one. So that's something that Nintendo's going to have to deal with as well. You're charging a little bit higher, and you only got one of those fabulous Feet X-ray devices. I'm not on either side of the fence. I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm just watching everybody else's reaction. I'm probably not going to get a Wii U. I'm not up in arms in anger, or I'm not even happy. I'm just like, okay, let's see what happens. So the market's going to be interesting this holiday, guys. If you're looking into buying a new console, you really have to think about how you're going to invest in this hardware. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the software launch titles. That's another component where people look at to see whether they're going to get this on day one. Is it worth buying this on day one? Personally, I think it's a good move for Nintendo. I think they really need to change the perception that the Wii brought, that it was kind of a gimmicky, social, casual device. Because, let's face it, a majority of Wii users that I've talked to, and probably that you've talked to, and Wii owners, don't play their Wii anymore. They don't play the games anymore. They're great party games. They're great, family games. But like the board games of life, Clue and Risk, you play them for a while and then you just stop. So the Wii kind of collected dust for a lot of folks. A lot of the hardcore gamers went to the 360. A lot of people went to the PS3. And we're even seeing a lot of people, and even in my community, I'm noticing this, a lot of people are moving towards PC gaming because in that time, that 5-6 year span, whatever it was, that the consoles, they had their reign in the beginning and then they kind of died off. A lot of people are purchasing PC games. Why? Because of free-to-play games. And we talked about this all the time at Game Chat 1. The free-to-play market is just exploding. League of Legends is the number one title in this conversation. I talk about PlanetSide 2 all the time and Tribes of Sin. All these quality free-to-play games that offer a really compelling experience. A lot of console gamers are moving towards that now. So Nintendo's got to make their move. They've got to do something. And we're going to see how this pans out. So check this out, guys. GameIndustry.biz. They got the details about Reggie's interview about the Wii U's launch. Now let's talk about the next story, the Wii U's software launch list. And this is something that kind of surprised me. Was a good thing. And let me turn on 3D compatibility here. There we go. We got a little bit more responsiveness. This surprised me. I knew that they had a lot of software developers on board, but I didn't expect the list, the sheer quantity of games to be this long. And I don't know, man. Let's just read through the titles and see what you guys think. NBA 2K13. There we go. That's a good title. Very good to lead off with. Jeff Tailfin. Come again. Jeff Tailfin. Madden NFL 13. Whatever. EA Sports FIFA Soccer 13. Yay. Mass Effect 3. Okay. Toki Tori 2 by 2 Tribes. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. You get a clap for that one. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Zombie U, we've been hearing about Zombie U all the time, at E3 and everywhere, so we knew about that one. That's going to be a launch title, so that's going to be cool. Just Dance 4. Oh boy, do we know about this title. Let's just throw it in our face. Avengers Battle for Earth. Yeah, it's a movie game. Rabbids Land by Ubisoft. Assassin's Creed 3. Yeah, there we go. Rayman Legends. There we go. Sports Connection. Your Shape Fitness Evolved 2013. Nano Assault Neo. Aliens Colonial Marines. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transform. Trine 2 Director's Cut. There we go. Tank. Take Attack Tournament 2. Wheel of Fortune. Jeopardy. Darksiders 2. Good title. Funky Barn. Black Ops 2. 007 Legends. Cabela's Dangerous Hunt 2013. Wipeout 3. Skylanders Giants. It just keeps going. Rapala Pro Bass Fishing. Transformers Prime, Disney's Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two, Scribblenauts Unlimited, Game Party Champions, Batman Arkham City Armored Edition, we saw that one at E3, Runner 2, Future Legend and Rhythm Alien, Ben 10, Omniverse, Rise of the Guardians, the video game, Family Party, 30 Great Games, Obstacle Arcade, Zumba Fitness, New Super Mario Bros. Wii U, we knew about that one. Game and Wario. I don't know about that one. Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge, Sync Party, Nintendo Land, We Fit You, The Wonderful 101, Pikmin 3, and Warriors Orochi 3 Hyper. That's a lot of games. Like I said, the sheer quantity of launch titles was surprising. Now, we talk about all the games that you're going to buy. That's a different list. I look at this and I go, NBA 2K13, that's a good title. I already got Mass Effect 3. Some people might want it. Monster Hunter 3, definitely. That's like number one on this list. Zombie U, of course. Assassin's Creed 3. Some people may not have Rayman Legends already, so Rayman Legends, that's a good one. Sega All-Stars, there you go. Trine 2, of course. Darksiders 2, Black Ops 2. So, out of, I don't know how many titles this is, probably 40 to 50. You may have 10 to 15 that you might get with maybe 1 to 2 must-haves, which is solid. This is solid. This is a solid list, guys. This encompasses quite a bit of genres. And I do believe that Nintendo is probably going to have a strong launch. It may even break the Wii's record. I don't know. It may even break the Wii's record. Because this is a stronger launch title. These are stronger titles than they had for the Wii. And I don't know. I don't know how the market's going to react, because these are titles that we've used to seeing. Most of these titles are stuff we used to seeing on PC, PS3, and 360. I think they're going to break records with the Wii U. So let's see if Nintendo does it right. I don't know. I'm thinking they're going to break records, but I'm not 100% sure. So check this story out, guys, on Joystick. This is the Wii U software launch list. Very, very lengthy. Some quality titles, some you never heard of course. But it's a strong, strong list. So check it out over there on Joystick.
Game Chat with Bwana is recorded live before a worldwide audience every Monday night. You can participate by suggesting news stories. Just register an account in our forums at bwana.tv/forums.
All right. Let's talk about Guild Wars. Guild Wars 2. And Guild Wars 2 had a successful launch. They announced that they sold, like 2 million copies? I think this article has the number. It was a big number. It was like 2 million or something like that. Really successful launch. They broke records and all that. And they celebrated their launch with a game trailer. If you haven't seen this, the theme of it is called Our Time Is Now. And you know what this reminded me of? And some of you may remember this from the PlayStation launch. Remember Sony came out with those really weird, obscure PlayStation commercials with like people in the bathtub sipping tea, then some person, I don't remember all the obscure references from that commercial, And it was considered a massive failure, and Sony scrapped it all and came out with what's his face that everybody knew and loved, and then he left. I forgot his name already. Wow, that's pretty funny. Kevin Butler. They came out with Kevin Butler, and you know, that was the revamp that the PS3 needed from their marketing campaign, because those initial commercials were terrible, terrible commercials. Now, I wonder if this is the same company that Sony fired, because this is pitting some kind of a revolution, kind of like V is for Vendetta type of thing, and it just doesn't work. I see what they were trying to do, but I had the perplexed face the entire time watching this thing. I was like, and then I stopped it. I couldn't watch it all. I don't know what they were thinking with this. The trailer is not getting a lot of positive feedback from the majority standpoint. But if you watch this, you know, towards the end, it sort of morphs all of that stuff into the game. It's like, all right, suddenly we're in Guild Wars. So if you want to feel like a rebel, you want to feel like rebellion, and I don't know, you want to join the revolution, maybe this commercial will motivate you to spray on a wall, "My thief pwned you last night." Or get some spray paint and spray your guild's logo all over subway car. Or perhaps call your local government and say, "WoW sucks," and then hang up. Either way, this is probably not the best commercial or the best trailer or the best whatever you want to call it for Guild Wars, because the game is actually pretty good. And if this is your first perception of what the game is, you're going to go, well, what's the game about? Is it like The Matrix, or is it like, you know, remember the 5th of November? And, you know, is it like V for Vendetta on a different day? Is it? I don't know. It leaves your face in a state of what? And I don't think trailers should do that. So check this out, guys. A rock, paper, shotgun. The Guild Wars 2 trailer perplexes. It's not really one of those things that you want to be proud of. I don't know what ArenaNet was thinking. Hopefully they can recover from this. Check it out. Now, let's talk about Torchlight 2. That other 2 game. Torchlight 2. And I put up a video here. This is just something to you guys to look at while I talk about this. Torchlight 2, I put up a video, and there's a stupid ad here. Go away, ad. I'm going to skip this ad in 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's get a thumbnail here. All right. So Torchlight 2 is a game that I was, you know, given this past weekend by Runic Games as part of their early media access program. I put about 20 hours into the game already. Ton of hours over the weekend. Played a lot of it. Streamed it all. Got it all archived in case you guys want to watch it. Torchlight 2 is coming out this Thursday, September 20th. And I was able to show Acts 1 and Act 2, and mainly with the engineer class. Had a ton of fun. And it's hard for me to not gush over the game, because, you know, you're given this by the developers. You feel a little special. You know, you put a lot of hours into it. It's hard not to, like, just immediately gush. And someone challenged me. They were like, Bwana, name one thing you hate about the game. And I really had to think really hard. That's something that a game, I haven't done in the game in a long time, where I had to really, really think really hard about something that I hated about the game, or I didn't like about the game. I'm serious. I had to sit there and think for a while. And when I came up with what I one of my qualms were, one of my issues. The issue was the way the sockets work, how the levels work with the sockets. The issue is, I know people are going to ask me, well, Bwana, what didn't you like? The sockets. If you have a socket that's a lower level than the weapon that you have, you can't put it in there. The socket has to be at the level or above. It's kind of crazy. I don't know why they did that. That's like the only thing I didn't like. And I was like, come on, Bwana, you usually rip games apart. There's got to be something else. No. And I mean, to me, that speaks volumes. That's how I tell people how impressed I am with this game. And we get questions about, Bwana, how does this compare with Diablo 3? How does Torchlight 2 compare with Diablo 3? And that's why I put this video up on YouTube. J-Dog in our chat asked me that the other night on our live stream. And I answered them live like I always do, people. And I just captured and put it on YouTube. But I want to talk a little bit more about it now. Torchlight 2 and Diablo 3 are very, very similar in a lot of ways. So if you look at it, just first glance, you're going to say, wow. Without even knowing any history, without knowing anything about either title, without knowing anything about any of the developers, you're going to say, wow, this game really looks a lot like Diablo. Because there's a lot of similarities in the style. A lot more similarities than other games. But I think that's where the similarities end. The game's going to be for $20. Very, very cheap. It's a sequel to Torchlight 1, very similar to that. So if you didn't know about Torchlight 1, there's a lot of similarities between those two, and the story ties in. This is a must-have title, guys. And I don't say that about a lot of games. I said it about Tribes of Sin. I said it about, what else? I said it about Path of Exile. I said it about, what else did I say it about? I said it about a couple of games. This is a must-have. Torchlight 2 is a must-have title. Even if you don't play action RPGs, even if you've never played Diablo, even if you've never played Path of Exile, even if you've never played or even heard of Grim Dawn, if you've never played a lot of these action RPGs that were out in the past, this is a must-have purchase. It's $20. The game is worth 4 times that. 4 times that. And I'm not going to get into the specifics of why I like it so much, but let me just say that this game is worth much more than what they're charging. And they're giving us a lot of freedom with it. So how is Torchlight different from Diablo 3? It's a must-have game. That's my short answer to that. Diablo 3 is not a must-have game. Torchlight 2 is a must-have game. So check out my video so you can get some of the details about why Torchlight 2 is different from Diablo 3, some of the aesthetics, some of the differences. I really think this game is going to break out and win a lot of awards. And when you play it, you're going to see why. So check it out, guys. Check out my video on YouTube. Now, as far as that other must-have game, I haven't played this one. Let me stop. As far as this other title is concerned, we're going to talk about Borderlands 2 now. Borderlands 2 comes out sometime tonight. Like late tonight. And this is a sequel to the ever popular Borderlands game that I put so many hours in. I can't believe how much I played Borderlands. I didn't think I would play that game so much. And I would literally, people like, Bwana, you're still playing Borderlands? It's 4 in the morning. You're still playing Borderlands? I'm like, shut up. Shut up. That was my rebuttal. Shut up. It was so much fun. And I went back and I looked at some old videos of like me, Big MacBook, and Cali Turk. We were running around, running over each other in all the vehicles. Oh man, good times. We put a lot of hours in the co-op and everything. Even though the co-op was kind of busted and the game was a poor PC port, we had a lot of fun in Borderlands 1. So naturally, when Borderlands 2 was announced, everybody was like, everybody started going into convulsions in anticipation. So this game comes out tonight, and Green Man Gaming on the PC, guys, if you don't have a console, if you got a PC, Green Man Gaming has been having some really, really good deals. You can get this game for as low as $35 from the normal price of, what, $50? $60. It was like on sale for $35 and it wasn't even out yet. $35. I got it for $40, but some people out there got it for $35. And the controversial premium pack or whatever is the season pass I got for like what, $22 from $29. It's insane the deals you can get on this game, and it's not even out yet. It's coming out tonight, midnight on September 18th. Hopefully the Steam version will be unlocked. You know, I'm a pessimist, so I'm going to say 4 a.m. instead of midnight. I'm that pessimist. Okay, so let's get to the story that we're talking about here. Here's an online skill calculator so you can plan out your character. So if you want to get a jump on how you want to plan out your build tree with skill points, see what skills are available, you can go to these links that they have on their official website where you can do an online skill tree calculator to plan out your character. It's very, very cool, nifty tool. Gives you an idea of what the skills are, and for each different type of character. You can even decide on what you want to play based on these skill trees and what you want to specialize in. So this is Borderlands 2, guys. Borderlands 2 coming out tonight. Online interactive skill tree calculator. I think you're going to enjoy it. I think the game's going to be a hit. I don't know. It's getting good reviews from what I heard so far, but I haven't touched it yet. Haven't played it, but from what I've seen, it looks like the typical Borderland game, and that's all they really need to do. If they just do a shinier version of Borderlands 1, it's going to succeed. That's all they really need to do. So check it out, guys. This is over on mtvmultiplayer.com. They got the details about this Borderlands 2 interactive skill tree calculator.
Please support Game Chat with Bwana by turning off your ad blocking software.
Okay. Now, if I can click on it, let's talk about Arma. This is kind of a controversial topic because, you know, I was a little bit misled with it as well, because Arma is one of those military shooter simulators. So a lot of people in the military and the armed forces like it because it's a great simulator for, you know, doing ops and just, you know, having fun in a simulated environment, and even doing some real, you know, types of drills in this. It's actually, you know, it's got some motion tracking, some head tracking features that make it really realistic and can really suck you in. You know, we know about Arma, us regular folk who didn't play Arma before. We know about it for DayZ, the realistic zombie apocalypse simulator, helicopter stealing, bean nabbing game. DayZ. So when this story came out, this is what I thought. They said some Arma developers were detained in Greece for charges of espionage, basically of spying. So I assumed that the developers were probably taking pictures of some areas that they should not have been, and the government stepped in and said, "Hey guys, you're spies. You go to jail. Come with me." But this new information that just came out, that these guys are now being detained in Greece, and they've released a statement, basically, that they said that the conditions are tough, but the people we meet treat us fairly and correctly. It is all a complete absurd misunderstanding that will be certainly be explained quickly. These guys were actually on vacation, and they were taking pictures in areas where other tourists were taking pictures. They were actually on vacation. They were not there for work purposes. So I thought they were there doing research on the game. And according to this statement, they said they took photographs and videos in public areas, as countless tourists arriving to enjoy the beauty and hospitality of Greece may well do. These include a short video as they drove through the main road passing around the international airport, and one short part of the video off in the distance, some hangars and some other buildings of the complex can be seen. It says it's very likely that many tourists may have had pictures similar to those taken by Ivan and Martin by their own family albums without being aware that they put themselves and families at risk. So apparently they accidentally took some pictures of stuff that they shouldn't have on vacation. So I kind of agree. If everything they say is true, put that stipulation there. If everything they say is true, I agree that this is a completely absurd misunderstanding. And hopefully the Greece, whatever the process is in Greece, the due process will pan out, and the truth will come out, and hopefully these guys will be sent home to their families. I'm pretty sure their wife and kids miss them tremendously if they're not with them there already. They're on vacation. I assume that their wife and kids were there with them, but they may have went home already. We don't know. But yeah, let's just hope these guys get home safely and that they're not in jail for a year because of taking pictures while being a tourist. Check it out, guys, over on joystick.com. The latest development on the Arma devs being detained in Greece for spying. And for our final story, we're going to move on to... what? We're going to move on to Terraria. I can't do the music. I was going to try to hum the music, but I can't. Terraria. This is a game that, snapped the Minecraft brain slug off of a lot of people in my community, including myself. We were playing nothing but Minecraft for like 6,000 years straight. Then Terraria came along. We were like, wait a minute. This is like Minecraft, but not. I don't know why I'm playing for 7 straight days. And then we can proceed to play another 7 days, and then we play for about 6 more days, and then we all say, okay, we've mined the world clean. Nothing's going to regenerate, and we're bored. Then they came out with some new content. They were like, oh, cool, new hacks, new this, new that. And then we mined that dry, and then we say, okay, now we're bored. And then we repeated the process over and over again. But this is a good game, guys. Good game, Terraria. Was recently announced that, the developers said they're going to stop working on it. Everybody got sad. Everybody's like, oh, the game's dead now. But people still play it. And the good news is that those of you on Xbox Live and on PlayStation Network will be getting this game early next year. And let me tell you, if you never played Terraria on PC and you've never experienced it, you have to play it. You just have to. It is that good of a game. The issue I have is that, the longevity of playtime is not as long as Minecraft is for me. But it's still a great experience to play if you have never, ever played it. So, Xbox 360 and PlayStation users, you're going to be getting Terraria ports. This is going to be courtesy of publisher 505 Games. Like I said, the developers aren't working on it anymore. So, this is going to get ported over to Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network. Now, as of the last patch, Terraria got a lot of new things. Things that I didn't even get to play. So you guys are in for a treat if they pour all of that stuff over there. So check it out, guys. This is over on stickwhittlers.com. They got the details over there. That concludes all of the stories I have for today. We're going to move on to our user-submitted stories that you guys have submitted over on Bwana.tv/forums.
Do you love Game Chat? Are you looking for a way to show your appreciation? Become a Bwana.tv premium subscriber. Check out the details at Bwana.tv/donate.
Head over to our forums at Bwana.tv/forums. You can check out our stories. You can check out our links. You can check out all kinds of cool stuff about tech and stuff. Sign up today. Let's go on to our first story from Sarams. Let's refresh first. Saram says that Dragon Age 3 has been announced. Dragon Age 3 has been announced. Due late next year. Dragon Age 3 Inquisition apparently is going to be using the Frostbite engine and will be available next year. It's being built by the team behind Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 and will feature a, quote, more expansive world, better visuals, more reactivity to player choices, and more customization. And it's going to be powered by Frostbite 2. Interesting. So we're going to see Frostbite move away from the battlefield area, or the shooter area, and over towards the RPG realm. We're going to see how that pans out. Dragon Age 3 Inquisition. If you guys are into Dragon Age, you're probably going to buy it. So, like, oh, Dragon Age 3! Dragon Age 2, people hate it so much. They give it such a bad reputation, but they're probably going to buy Dragon Age 3 anyway. Check it out. Thanks to that PC Gamer. Thanks to ROMs. Okay, we got a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Those of you who don't want spoilers with Borderlands, close your eyes, leave the stream. Yes. You ready? Borderlands 2 spoiler. Here it comes. I'm giving you time. Okay. There's a hidden Minecraft level in Borderlands 2. A hidden Minecraft level in Borderlands 2. And this is what it looks like. Here's an Easter egg. Ooh. It's a creeper. It's a hidden section filled with Minecraft-style blocks and creepers. And there's also a Minecraft helmet. And let's look at some of these images. Here's an image of the creeper. Very well done, I gotta say. Very well done. There's a helmet. And here is some more things. Minecraft blocks. Wow. So yeah, guys. Borderlands 2. Minecraft Easter eggs. Going to be looking for those. Let's see who's going to be the first to actually find them when the game comes out. Thanks for stories and ROMs. Now, let's move on to the next one. Spoiler over. You can tell the people who didn't want the spoiler to come back. They can come back now. They can come back. Spoiler over. We're going to go to Sanosuke. First story is EVE Online Goonswarm Federation Vile Rat, a.k.a. Sean Smith, was the U.S. Department of State official killed in Libya. Goons rename stations and make national news of acts of grief. So this is the whole, Muslim thing that's going on. You guys may have heard it. But it affected a prominent member in the EVE Online community. His online handle was Vile Rat. And they had a big event, as EVE does in grandiose style, where they had a destruction derby, basically killing ships worth trillions of ISK, and to honor this man. And there's ongoing events for charities to get money to his family, because he was affected in this attack and he was killed. So it's a very, very sad story. And it's very, very heartwarming to see the community rally around this guy's family to help them out. Because he was a big shot in EVE Online. And EVE Online is a mature MMORPG. So yeah, guys in the U.S. State Department play EVE Online. So really sad story to hear. It really touched my heart. But I'm glad that a lot of players rallied behind and support his family and donated. So thanks for posting that story, Rackham Attack. Arako Katak. I just keep butchering your name. And next story. Gearbox's Randy Pitchfork still owns the rights to Duke Nukem and intends to make Duke Nukem a game after forever. Gearbox doing all the work to dev from the ground up. Let's check this out. So last summer, one of the most elusive pieces of vaporware actually released. Gearbox shipped Duke Nukem. Gearbox president said he is interested in making another Duke Nukem. The studio acquired the rights to Duke Nukem in 2010, but Pitchfork said that it was not done just to finally ship Duke Nukem Forever. He says, I'm willing to lovingly acquire the brand. When I did that, I was thinking that the only goal was just to make sure that everyone could play Duke Nukem Forever. The real goal for me is I like to build a Duke Nukem game again. I think that I would do what Gearbox would do would be a little different than Duke Nukem Forever. I think it would be amazing, and I look forward to that. A Duke Nukem game built from the ground up by Gearbox. Certainly sounds like a recipe for success, especially given the studio's history. Hopefully he gets his wish, and we might get a better Duke Nukem game, because Duke Nukem Forever, let's be for real. The last Duke Nukem game that came out really didn't do that well. Thanks for the story, Rako Katak. Yes. Next story, Techniffin. Techniffin, slimmer PS3 reported advertised, comes with solid state drive and price cut. Yes. Okay, let's read this. Slimmer PS3 reported advertised, comes with solid state drive. I can read that. Polish website Polygamia is reporting a retail source has confirmed and is advertising that not yet announced slimmer PlayStation 3. The PS3 is set to come with two flavors, or €199, 12GB SSD. 12 gigabyte? You can do with 12 gigabytes. I can sneeze 12 gigabytes. 12 gigabytes. All right, couple configurations. And a €299 500 gigabyte variation. Probably not SSD though. It'd be a lot more if it was SSD. Lines up with the previous report. Blah 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 blah. So, despite the currency difference in Europe, always pays the same amount of euros as North Americans pays in dollars. So, if this leak is accurate, you can expect $199, $299 price points for these systems. So, PlayStation might be revamping to get some sales going this holiday. And this falls in line with what Sony does with their consoles, guys. This is what they did with the PlayStation 2. You know, they do little incremental updates, hardware reconfigurations, and sometimes they drop the price a lot. And then other times, I think the trend, what we're seeing now is that they're actually bumping up the specs and keeping the price the same. So this is Sony's effort to stay in the market. Thanks for the story. So Black Mesa's out now. Yeah, I think we talked about this last week. Black Mesa, we said that it was coming out last time, but it's actually out now. Black Mesa Source, the mod that was like built in 2006. People have been anxiously anticipating this mod for a long time. It finally came out. I haven't played it yet, but looks like this is just an interview with some guys about Black Mesa. So that is already out, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it, and hopefully it will live up to the hype that people have put on it, because it does have a lot of hype. So if it's not great, people are going to hate it. All right. Obsidian Kickstarter raised $1 million in 24 hours. Obsidian. Well, that was fast. Yesterday, Obsidian unveiled their new Kickstarter-funded project, compelling RPG concept currently called Project Eternity. Described as influenced by games like Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale, Obsidian promises an emotional and mature storytelling experience in an open, explorable world, as well as RTS elements and plenty of action. So they raised $1 million in 24 hours. Man, you guys throw your money at people. It's like, shut up and take my money all over these Kickstarters. So I guess people were hungry for this type of RPG as they threw $1 million at this Kickstarter. So let's hope it turns out to be good. Thanks for the story, Christian. Check out Quibi, a free Minecraft-inspired puzzler. Check out Quibi. And this is... Wow, that does look like... What's the name of that game with the cube puzzles that I like so much? I can't remember of it. Anyway, this reminds me of that combined with Minecraft. Pretty cool. Quibi, free Minecraft-inspired puzzler. And it's a gameplay video made by Liquid Flower Games. Come on. There we go. You play by solving a series of puzzles via placement of the colored blocks. If you want to check it out, it's free for PC and Mac, and you can get it at desura.com, games.quibi. So you guys can check that out if you want to play it. And they have a trailer as well. So thanks for the story, Christian Nermer. Next story by Emmerdale. Funcom is ready to take the Secret World free to play if need be. I think a lot of us expected this. Any game that comes out with a subscription nowadays, people are going, uh-oh, how long is it going to take before it goes free to play? Because that is the way people are going right now. It's either buy to play or free to play, where you buy it once and no subscription, or like Guild Wars. Or you you get free to play, and then you monetize with XP boosts and with cosmetics. So Funcom's new CEO is tackling tough questions about the future of the secret world, saying that the studio is prepared to take the title free to play if need be. We tried leaving our options open during development so that we can launch with a different model. Should we have decided development that is what we wanted? Well, this sentence hurts my face. But eventually, we did settle upon a subscription model, and that's what informed much. And that's what informed much of the game design. That said, we definitely have tools to turn the secret world into a free-to-play game, or even hybrid, should we decide to do that somewhere down the line. So apparently, they have a backup plan in place for the secret world to go free to play. It may happen. It may happen. So check it out. Thanks for the story, Emmerdale. Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition delayed from September to November. Let's see. Baldur's Gate picture. Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition delayed from September to November. So it won't launch tomorrow as was planned. The remake of Baldur's Gate is pushed back to the 30th of November. It's almost a full month, or a little bit more than a full month. Thousands of you post suggestions and requests on our forums. Dozens of volunteers from all over the world help us improve the gameplay, squash bugs, and generally fine-tune the game. Even more came to help work on translations from English to more than 16 other languages, executing on our plan to make the best Baldur's Gate possible. And responding to that overwhelming feedback, we added a new character, areas of story, and created many new hours of gameplay. Yet the suggestions, fixes, and translation continue, and the volunteers kept joining. So basically, you guys kept making the game better. And they took all your feedback and they made it late because they're trying to put all your feedback into it, which I think is a good reason. A good reason. You wascally wabbit. It's a good reason for them to go delay the game. So let's hopefully it'll turn out okay. Yeah, it's 2 months. My bad. 2 months. I thought I said a month. It is a 2-month delay. Okay. Next story from Denied. Black Ops 2 to feature not just zombie mode, but a zombie campaign? A product listing for Call of Duty Black Ops 2 has revealed that zombies will be included as an option in the game's campaign. Do we have a Left 4 Dead? Who put Left 4 Dead into my Call of Duty? Don't put your Left 4 Dead to my Call of Duty. My Call of Duty is just fine without Left 4 Dead in my Call of Duty. A rundown of the key features on Amazon's listed the inclusion of zombies in gameplay, both as an option in multiplayer and as a campaign option. This section relates to zombies, has since been removed, but was captured in a screenshot by Kotaku, which means it's going to be DLC. While Activision has never detailed Black Ops 2 zombie functionality, zombies were teased shortly after the game's announcement and later revealed to be involved in the game's Nuketown map. Zombies first appeared in World at War, blah, 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 blah. So we can expect some more DLC. I told you guys, and I'm saying it now, I'm probably going to get Black Ops 2. I know I said I wasn't going to get any more Call of Duties, but I saw what they did to it, and I was like, man, Treyarch, they just know how to get me. Infinity Ward, nah, but Treyarch, they just know how to get me. I don't know how they do it. But that zombie DLC, you know it's coming. You know it's coming. Thanks for story Denied. Next story, Guild Wars sells 2 million copies in 2 weeks. 2 million copies in 2 weeks. So yeah, we kind of touched on this briefly, but by comparison, SWTOR sold 1 million copies in its first 2 weeks. So, ooh, that WoW killer. Ooh, Guild Wars 2, that WoW. No, let me stop. The majority of the figure was from pre-orders. Guild Wars 2 follows suit similarly. Stellar pre-order performance, 400K, and they have sold 2 million in 2 weeks. Now, I'm already hearing, and this is via the Twitch stream crowd, and you guys probably, and the YouTube crowd and everybody else who's watching, you probably know better than I do. I'm hearing that the people say the game's dead. People say Guild Wars is dead already. It's like people are leaving and going to WoW, and people are going to, you know, Spain or Greece without their camera. So I don't know. People say it's dead, and I'm like, is this just people not wanting it to succeed, or they're just hearing things about the end game and making conclusions? And I don't know. Or they're watching Kungan or Kriparian on Twitch, and since they stopped playing, the game's dead. I don't know. I don't have my ear to the ground on this community, so I don't know what's true and what's not. But people say it's dead, and I'm like, huh? And my attitude is that, well, I don't have to pay a subscription, so I can always come back to it. So as of now, I'm playing me some Torchlight 2, and play me some Borderlands 2, and play me some Borderlands 2, and then play me some Trap Sim, play me some Firefall. There's too many games. I got time. There's no rush. No rush, because there's no subscription fee. That's the beauty of it with Guild Wars 2. But 2 million copies. Congratulations. Congratulations to ArenaNet for selling so many copies of this game. I think it's a wonderful feat to do that. So congratulations, especially in this free-to-play market where people don't want to spend money unless it's for a hat. Yes. Serenade the Abyss. 7 years later, Deadly Plague returns in the world of Warcraft. Huh. What? Late last night, Death Knights in World of Warcraft contracted a bug which allowed them to cast plagues among friendly targets. The affected Death Knights, as per their namesake, went blah with this newfound power, laying waste to Azeroth's population in a way not seen since the infamous Corrupted Blood Plague. So the Death Knight bug was patched very early this morning. Okay. So, you guys are crazy. They accidentally gave you the power to cast plague on friendly targets, and you proceed to kill everybody. Hey, come here, I gotta tell you something. Plague. Oh. All the dead bodies. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm glad they patched it, though. Yes. Yes. Thanks for the story, Serenaded Abyss. Let's do a quick refresh here, because I got some more stories probably popping up. We got some spoilers in the link, and I got a feeling this has to do with DreamHack. I already know who won. Well, thanks for the story, Serenaded Abyss. Sir Soapy, warning, spoilers in the link. Warning, spoilers in the link. WCS Europe at DreamHack. I wonder who won. If you don't want to know, close your ears now. The winner is Stefano. Stefano wins, and Vortex. It was a ZVZ final. Very fun to watch at the WCS European Finals. This was on Twitch. You guys may have seen it. DreamHack in their crystal clear 1080p 60 frame stream. So beautiful. And it looks like the site's not loading. Yeah. I think everybody wants to read that. So we'll just go with the link. That Stefano won WCS European Finals. Vortex took second. I think he won $24,000. $24,000. If I'm not mistaken. So congratulations to EG Stefano. That EG curse. Man. That EG curse is something serious. You EG players don't win anything. That's an inside joke. You had to be there. Okay. The Canada guy has a link to Rise of the Triad, hands on. Rise of the Triad, hands on. Here we go. So, let's zoom in a bit. 1995. Man, I was like young back then. Rise of the Triad is making a comeback. Developed by pioneers Apogee when it was released, groundbreaking, allowing up to 11 players to battle online and multiplayer, as well as a variety of game modes, including arguably the first capture the flag game ever offered in a first-person shooter. So there's definitely a legacy with Rise of the Triad. Let's see, blah 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 blah. Multiplayer is all about fun, not strategy seriousness. You can look at the screenshots here. Speaking of weapons, Rise of the Triad's most iconic weapon is back. The baseball bat features a gruesome-looking eye and can function as a killer melee weapon. as well as firing off rounds of flaming killer baseballs at any of your opponents. The scout would be proud. But flying across the map from a jump pad while raining baseball death upon unlucky people below is a uniquely satisfying in the old school way that you may have forgotten about. This is a game that you guys probably want to try. If the finished Rise of the Triad lives up to the promise of the multiplayer preview of PAX, you'll be playing it a lot that comes out on Steam at the end of this year. And there's a full story-based single-player campaign, too. So we'll be looking forward to Rise of the Triad. Old school making its return. Just that crazy shooter atmosphere. Yeah. Good stuff. Thanks for the story, the Canada guy. FTL, Faster Than Light, is a Kickstarter success. Makes Steam's top 10. Yes, FTL. This game got a lot of Twitch press. A lot of people were streaming it. And this is a Kickstarter success. It makes Steam's top 10. Top-down ship management simulator thing. Faster Than Light, FTL for short. They launched a Kickstarter back in February with a modest goal of $10,000. They kicked up more than $200,000 in pledges. And, they recently launched on Steam and on GOG. Good old games. But they made the Steam top 10. So those are people who said, Bwana, you need to try FTL. It looks kind of frustrating. But it looks fun at the same time. It's a space strategy simulator where gamers build their ship, manage compartments, and crew and battle for space supremacy in a randomized environment. Already, that sounds like a recipe for success. Gamers have already cited FTL as being challenging, difficult, and hard. That's what I saw, too. And a cargo load of fun, given this throwback to classic space strategy sims during the golden era of gaming. So check out FTL if you haven't already. It's like cheap, like $10, I think. Amazing. I don't know if it's still that price. I think it was like $10 on Steam. Yeah. FTL, thanks for the link. Mr. Guess who? Let's do a quick refresh here. That concludes. That's all the stories I have. And guess what time it is, y'all? Girl. Whoa. Time. It's title time. Title time is when you guys come up with snazzy titles. You post your titles in the chat based on the stories that we talked about tonight. You put them in there and then we vote on said titles. We grab some titles and we go, smells like chicken. No. Smells like steak. Smells like ice cream. This one. Let's do it. Go. Okay, let's take a look. Here we go. Devs in Danger, a Greek tragedy. Wii U price, ooh-wee. Nobody expects a Dragon Age 3 Inquisition. My thief pwn your fabulous feet devices. Wii U's hardware price, will you pay it? Oh, why see what you did there. The Wii U will have games, will you? That's a lot of Wii's. Nintendo says, Wii take S-rays of feet. Torchlight 2 rules where Diablo. Wii U want money. Look at the games. Greasy devs get busted. COD Blops 2 makes like its developers add a zombie campaign. Randy Pitchfork loves Duke Nukem and hates pitchforks. Will you get Borderlands 2? Grease, will you please release devs? Capcom, why you only put Monster Hunters Ultimate on Wii U? Exactly. Everyone stop sleeping. Guild Wars 2 sells 2 million copies of World of Warcraft catches the plague. Torchlight 2 and Diablo 3, which one walks the path of exile? Borderlands and Minecraft are the new peanut butter and chocolate. Torchlight 2, Error 37, no problem. Gaming is dead, developers just releases DLCs. That freaking Arma dev is a spy! Dragon Age 2 wasn't the end of the Dragon Age. Diablo lingers in the shadow of Torchlight. Gearbox is turning into gears on another Duke Nukem. Funcom open to setting the secret world free. Secret world open to everybody. Torchlight 2, Borderlands 2, Guild Wars 2, 2 million in 2 weeks. 2012, a wallet-tossing story. Death Knights bring death to Azeroth. This is not the trailer you're looking for. You got Minecraft about Borderlands. World of Warcraft of Blizzard of Plagues. Wii U get Borderlands 2 tonight. Death Knights still spreading death and decay. Death Knights, we're the Knights to say death. Them titles. TL2, BL2, GO2, too many games. GW2, Guild Wars 2 is dead. Blizzard is to blame. Torchlight 2 is perfect. Whew, my gosh. So many titles. You guys came with it. Wow. We're going to pick 3 titles here. Here's some titles. Okay. Where's that Inquisition one? That's the one I want. Nobody expected the Dragon Age Inquisition. That's the third one. If I can find it. Chat keeps moving. Every time I scroll down, it like bounces. I can't read. Stop typing things. I can't find it. I just saw it. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh, Murray typed it. All right, here we go. Copy, paste to. There we go. Got it. Okay, guys, we're gonna vote on set titles. Is B George here? I don't know if he's here. All right, I'll do it. We're gonna create a poll. You're gonna vote on your favorite title. Number 1, that freaking Arma dev is a spy. Number 2, you got Minecraft in my Borderlands. And number 3, nobody expects the Dragon Age 3 Inquisition. Vote by typing just the number, none of that. Type the number, nothing else but the number. Anything after that will be invalid. Let's vote. Number 1, or number 2, or number 3. All the titles in an exclamation point. I like that. That freaking Arma dev is a spy. You got Minecraft to my Borderlands. Nobody expects the Dragon Age Inquisition. Inquisition. Yep, you can only vote once. Alright, 10 more seconds. 10 more. In 10. Alright, we're gonna stop. And the results say that the winner is 1. That freaking Arma dev is a spy. Congratulations to Shallow Chibi. Congratulations, Shallow Chibi. You win. That freaking Arma dev is a spy. Congratulations, Shallow Chibi. You don't win any physical prizes because we don't have anything to give away. All we have is them bragging rights. Them game chat with Bwana accolades that you can gather in your cabinet, and you can mix it with some peanut butter jelly. Put some of that game chat with Bwana accolades on top, maybe some marmalade, and you put the bread on top, and then all of a sudden the sandwich spins, and you see lights fly out, and they hit you in the eye. You're like, ow! The lights hit me in the eye, and they spin it, then it stops, and all of a sudden it turns into a piece of chicken mixed with steak, and also with a little pint of ice cream on the side. You go, I don't know how that peanut butter jelly sandwich just turned into chicken steak ice cream. And you go, wait a minute. I just put game chat with Bwana accolades on top of the sandwich, and that particular action happened. So it makes complete sense. Game chat with Bwana accolades contain physical properties unexplained demand. We just can't put a scientific value on them. Therefore, I get instant chicken, I get instant steak, and I get instant ice cream. Congratulations to Shadow Chibi. You win Game Chat with Bwana. Title time, episode 69 will be called That Freakin Arma Dev is a Spy. And that concludes our show for tonight, guys. I want to thank you for coming by. We're here at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana. We do the show every Monday night at 6 p.m. I want to thank everybody for coming again. Everybody who's watching on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ILBuffer. Please kick in those likes, kick in those comments. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. You can also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Bwana, or at twitter.com/Bwana Live if you wish to be notified when I go live. So now, after this show, I'm going to play me some Torchlight 2 and some Borderlands 2 maybe later tonight. Gonna have some fun. You guys can come by our stream. If I'm going to post the game chat tonight, and then we're going to probably switch over to Torchlight 2 and then to Borderlands 2 hopefully later if it comes out tonight. Lots of gaming tonight, so please come by our live stream at live.bwana.tv or at twitch.tv/Bwana. That concludes episode 69, guys. I want to thank you for coming by. That concludes the show. Take care. Ta-ta. Bye-bye. I will see you all next week. Bye-bye. Cut.